Hourglass, it's Sam. So I think last week or maybe the week before, I can't remember how long it's been, but anyway, Jaclyn Hill put up her favorites video. When I saw that Jaclyn had uploaded her favorites, I was like, oh my gosh, yes, I have to go watch this, because I feel like she just obviously knows her makeup. I mean, she's not Jaclyn Hill for nothing. So after watching her video, I had like all of these things on my list of what I wanted to pick up, and I figured it would be a really fun video to do for you guys to show you everything that I picked up that was out of her favorites video. And then I have put them to the test this past week. Maybe, I think it's been like a week and a half now since I've gotten them. Oh, here's the date that I ordered it. Okay, so I ordered it on the 18th of March and we are now on the 28th, so 10 days ago. So I feel like I've given them a good amount of time to test them out, and I will have like little clips of me applying them so that you guys can see exactly like what they apply like. I've never done a video like this where like I've watched someone else's video and then bought the stuff that they recommended, but I was just so intrigued by some of the items that she was talking about that I was like, I just have to get these and I want to share them with you guys. So especially since Jaclyn Hill's skin is dry and my skin, well, although since I've moved and like I've changed up my skincare routine, my skin isn't as oily as it used to be, but it used to be like super duper oily all over. I am acne prone, so I feel like my skin is just different from hers. Now I would say I'm more kind of like normal combo, and I do still suffer from breakouts, but my skin and her skin are very, very different. So I thought it would be interesting to see how these products work on me as well as how they work on Jaclyn, because obviously Jaclyn has really, really beautiful skin. I would have bought all of her favorites, but I couldn't afford to do that. So I just picked up the ones that I was like the most excited about. So the very first one that I was like, oh my gosh, I have to try this, was the Fenty Beauty by Rihanna Pro Filt'r Instant Retouch Setting Powder. And this is in the color Lavender. So she had said that she'd never used a lavender powder before, but she really, really loved it. And so I was like, oh, I'm very intrigued, because I use the Ben Nye Super White powder, which is like a straight up white powder. And the reason I like to use that over another like setting powder is because it really brightens underneath the eyes, but then it's like an extra step that I have to do. So usually I do my NARS translucent setting powder on the bottom and then I put the super white on top. It just brightens up the eye. It just kind of like reverse contours where it kind of really lifts my eye, makes me look really awake and just really bright under there. So I really like a bright under eye. So I was really intrigued as to how this was going to work, and I've never used a lavender powder either. So I was like, well, if she likes it, I feel like Jaclyn's under eye always looks really beautiful. Like her skin, like I mean, she always looks great. Like her eyes are always great too, but her base is always so good. I figured if she likes it, it's probably going to be great. I was a little concerned though, because her skin is so dry, that it was going to be like it wasn't going to work on my skin. However, my under eye is definitely not oily, but I was a little bit worried about this section, but like I said, I'm not as oily as I used to be anymore. So I picked it up. I got this nice big one. It is a 28 grams, so 0.98 ounces, and it does say lavender. So when you open it up, I was kind of expecting, I think because it said lavender, I was like, oh gosh, it's gonna be like so lavender. It's not. It's almost like a white powder with like a super tiny little hint, like barely hint of lavender. So it's really nice because it brightens so well, and you'll see me applying it in this clip where you put it on and like it just instantly like makes everything look so smooth, and it really just like brightens the under eye and like lifts the under eye and just makes everything just look so just like creamy and bright and delightful. It lasts super well throughout the day. I was just like so impressed with this powder, and the nice thing is that now I don't have to use two different powders, because before I would do my NARS to kind of fill in my pores and then the super white to kind of brighten, whereas now all I have to do is this over my concealer and it takes care of both of those. It smooths and like, you know, kind of fills everything in and makes it look nice and smooth and creamy, but then it also really brightens underneath my eye and makes it look just like, you know, that's what I want with the under eye powder. I want to put the under eye powder on and then I can hear that noise. Just like the heavens are opening up and it's just bright and delightful and it doesn't look like I'm tired. So I absolutely love that powder. I have been using it ever since I got it and I am obsessed. It's so good. So that was a #1 item that I completely agree with. It's such a beautiful powder. I would highly recommend it. And I feel like it's one of those powders where whether I'm really fair or I have self tanner on, it's still gonna work. It is pore filling. It just kind of like brightens and smooths everything out. It's so good. I will say the smell is quite intense though. You guys know I'm such a sniff weirdo. It kind of reminds me of like a vanilla Play-Doh. I don't know if that like makes sense, but just imagine that you're sniffing Play-Doh from like I don't know, does Play-Doh still smell like Play-Doh? I think it does. But yeah, it's like, it smells like Play-Doh, but like a sweet kind of vanilla version of Play-Doh. So the scent is a little overwhelming when you're first putting it on. Like you can really smell it. You can't smell it on your skin throughout the day, but it is something that I noticed right off the bat. So if you are someone who has sensitive skin, or I'm sorry, sensitive to scent, you might just want to like sniff it first. Just because it is a little strong, but it goes away once everything is settled in. So I don't know, it's just something that I was like, oh, is that Play-Doh? I don't know. I was like, it's almost like it's trying to be like a vanilla shake, but it kind of goes on the verge of being Play-Doh. So that was kind of weird, but whatever. So the next item was another setting powder, and she has dry skin, like I said, and I was so worried about this because I was like, oh God, what if it's like amazing for dry skin, but it's gonna make me look super oily. And luckily that is not the case at all. So this is the Hourglass Veil Translucent Setting Powder. And I think it's just one color. I'm pretty sure it is. I think I got the small version because I was so nervous that it was gonna work for dry skin but wasn't gonna work for me. So there are 2 different sizes. So this one I think was like 22 bucks. It was pretty affordable. So I would definitely recommend maybe picking up the smaller size if you're a little bit nervous about like if you're gonna like it or not. Because I wish every company would do that, where there was a tiny version and then a big version, just so that you can test it out first and then you can go back and buy the bigger one if you want. So I really thought that was cool because it's 2 grams of product. So this is what I use on the rest of my face. So I use the Fenty Beauty all underneath my eye, like in a big triangle like this. And then on the rest of my face, so my forehead, my smile lines, my chin, basically the rest of my face, I go back in with the Hourglass. Now this has a little bit more of a kind of yellow undertone, and at first I was nervous because I was like, oh God, this is gonna be like so yellow. I don't know if you guys can tell. You probably can't, but it does look a bit kind of buttery. And so I was worried that it was going to be too yellow for me, but it's not. It just goes into the skin so well. So I set my face with this, and then I've also been baking with this, and I love the way it does both. And I have not had any problem with collection or extra creasing or it making me look dry. A lot of the time when I have self-tanner on, and then I use my NARS, it can kind of look a little ashy because it is such a white powder, and I struggle around this area. It just kind of looks, sometimes it just doesn't look that great. And I feel like with this, it's really nice when I have self-tanner on because it just, because of that warm tone to it, it really doesn't create any ashiness around this part where I kind of am a little darker, and it just makes the skin look so beautiful and so kind of like airbrushed. It does kind of fill in the pores and make everything just look really nice and smooth. I feel like it adds a tiny bit of coverage, which my NARS one doesn't. I don't know, it just makes everything just look really nice and finished and polished, and it looks really nice in like the smile lines and everything. So I love that, and like I said, it looks beautiful over my self tan. So I absolutely love that powder. Again, that was one that I was like, is it gonna be that good on my skin? And it is. It's really, really pretty, and it makes my makeup last really well all day without getting gathered or creasing or stuck in my smile line. So I love that one as well. So number 2 was also a yes for me. Next, we have the Cheekleaders Mini Bronze Squad from Benefit. So when I saw her applying this in her video, I was like, oh, holy crap. The beam, the glow, it was just, I mean, I'm a sucker for highlighter anyway. You guys know I'm obsessed with highlighter. I love it. But when I saw her cheek and she turned and then she was applying it, and it was just like, again, it was like the little heavens, the angels singing. I was so excited. So I was like, yes, I absolutely have to get this. If I don't get anything else, I have to get this. And oh my God, am I so happy I did. So in here comes the Hoola bronzer, which is a beautiful bronzer. However, I would not recommend using it if you are acne prone, if you are prone to getting little bumps, like little whiteheads, or just kind of like texture. I would not recommend this because it does break me out. So unfortunately, as much as I love the color and I love everything it does to my skin, it does not do my actual skin justice. Like, my skin is very unhappy when I use this. It just looks beautiful. Then you get the Gold Rush blush, which is kind of like, what is the color of the Gold Rush? I suppose it's like a soft kind of peachy color. It's got like a gold layer over it. It's pretty. It adds like a really kind of pretty golden glow, but I don't think the color itself, like, I need a little bit more pigment as far as like a peachiness, because it just doesn't show up when I'm tan. Honestly, I would just buy this just for this. I wish that they would just sell this singly, because Cookie is the highlight that she used, and you guys, It is kind of almost like, it reminds me of the ColourPop Super Shock Cheek. It's just kind of like beaming. It almost feels like, she had described it, I think, in the video. She kind of said it was like wet, but it's not wet. And I was like, that's interesting. I wonder what that feels like. And so when I got it, I completely understood what she meant. Because when I put my brush in, I was expecting it to be powdery, but it almost is like kind of like a powder cream. It is just, it's like a cream highlighter, but in a powder version, if that makes sense. So it's kind of just like a cream powder. It's really creamy. It's buttery. It's like so just like delicious. It just melts into the skin, but it's not difficult to work with like a cream. It beams like a cream. It looks dewy and wet and just like one with the skin on your face, but it doesn't apply in that kind of more, like, you don't have to worry about it. You just pop it on and boom, you're good to go. And in the clip, I'm gonna show you guys me applying it. First, I like to buff it in with a kind of smaller fluffy brush. And then I go back in and just kind of like really melt it into the skin and like pop that glow with a really big fluffy fan brush. And like, look at how pretty this glow is, you guys. It looks so beautiful in person as well as on camera. When you see it in real life, it's one with the skin. It just looks like you are just naturally just a glowing angel. That's what I feel like when I wear it. It's just like, oh, hello, glow. It just looks so heavenly and beautiful, and the skin just looks almost like there's a sheen, like there's a wet kind of like glass-like finish. I don't know. It's amazing, honestly. Such a good highlighter. I have not worn a different one since I've gotten this. Like I said, I wish I could just buy the highlighter by itself, but you do get a big amount of product. Like, it's, you know, it's not like it's a tiny little wincy one. I do use this on my brow bone. I also use it on my inner corner to pop my upper, or like, you know, my cupid's bow, and then my nose, and it's amazing. On the nose, it can get a little intense, so usually I'll just kind of like run back over with like my powder brush afterwards just to kind of calm it down, because it can be like, whoa, shiny nose. But on the cheeks, like, heavenly. I would say it's like a champagne. Yeah, it's got a tiny bit of a peachy pink to it, but it's like a really nice champagne color. I mean, look at the beam of that, you guys. It's just insanity. That thing is so amazing. Okay, so number 3, also great. So the next thing that I bought was the Farsali Rose Gold Skin Mist. This is a 24 karat gold infused hydrate and prime and set. So when I saw her talking about this, I just felt like I have to try this, because I have been really getting into setting sprays lately, and I just feel like her face always just has this beautiful glow without looking greasy. So I was really excited to try it when she said that she liked it. And this one says that it is a rose gold skin mist, is a 4-in-1 wonder for the skin, infused with 24 karat gold flakes. It acts as a hydrating skin mist containing rose hip seed oil, as a primer to grip makeup in place, as a setting mist to ensure all day wear, and as a makeup refresher throughout the day. So I have not been using it as a primer, but I have been using it as a, so when I do setting mist, I usually do it like a couple times throughout the process. So once I have all of my foundation, concealer, and powder on, I do it, or I'm sorry, and contour, I do it, and I let that sit for a second, and then I put the blush on, and I feel like it makes the blush have an extra glow, and it goes on really nice and like one with the skin. Then I put my highlighter on, then I do like my bake and all the rest of the stuff, and then I'll do a final spray. So usually it's like 2 times, sometimes it's 3 if I'm like really packing on the powder, but most of the time it's 2. And this, first of all, smells so beautiful. It's kind of like a citrusy, yeah, it smells like citrus, kind of like an orange water. It smells amazing. So when you're putting it on, not only does it feel great, but it like smells delicious. It does have little gold flakes in here, which is really cool. You can't see them on the skin. Like, I was worried that it was gonna be like, you know, gold member. It wasn't, but I feel like it gives you a beautiful glow to your skin without being dewy, because I've had a couple where they're like glow mist, and I'm like, shooty bagooty, I look so greasy right now. And that's not what this does. It does make you look glowy, but it doesn't make you look dewy. And I feel like that's what I've always been trying to find, is something that makes me look glowy without making me look wet or dewy or shiny or oily, because I do have like I said, it's not as bad as it was, but when I did have oily skin. Right now it's just, I feel like it's just normal combo. A lot of the time they just look so like greasy that I'm like, oh, this is just horrible, I can't wear this. And they feel like, you can feel like they feel oily on the skin, and I hate that feeling. Whereas this feels like a regular setting mist. It absorbs into the skin really quickly, but it gives you this kind of like Jennifer Lopez, just lit from within glow, but it makes your makeup stay on all day long. It does not make me look greasy throughout the day. It just makes the skin look so beautiful. It melts all the powders in. Like, I don't know what it is about this thing, but I will never stop using this. Like, it is so good. It's like the powders and everything you have on is marrying with your skin, and it just creates this most flawless, beautiful, just glowy finish to your face. Oh, I just love it. It's amazing, and it smells so good. It's like every time I do it, I just like want to spray more, but then I'm like, okay, calm down, it's kind of expensive. Number 4, amazing, loved it. Last but not least was this fan, and I didn't even ever think about this, because usually I'll do my setting spray and then I'm wafting like this, and I can't tell you the amount of times I've actually like whacked myself in the face with the tip of my nail, or like got the side of my nose, ruined my makeup because I'm like wafting it, you know, when you're in a rush and you're trying to like dry your setting spray and then you're like scrape and you're like, oh, okay, that was stupid. So when I saw her using her fan, now hers was black, I decided to get a pink one, and this was like $13 off of Amazon. So it does fold up. I'm really not sure why you'd want to fold it up, unless you want to like set it down like this. Oh, maybe, yeah, maybe that would be why, so that you can like, oh, I know, so you can set it like this. Oh, cute. Then it's like on your desk or table, I don't know, but anyway, I just use it like this. It has 3 settings, so low, medium, and high. And basically, this is the most amazing, genius idea when you've set all of your spray and then you just turn that baby on. I put it on high, and it dries up your mist so much faster, because normally I have to wait kind of a while and I'm wafting forever and it's still not wet, or it's still not dry, and then I'm like, oh, for God's sake. And so it takes up a lot of time. Whereas with this, if you put it on level 3, you're like dry within seconds, and then you can move on to the next step of your makeup. So this is great. Also, it probably would be really great if you're like on the beach, at the pool, in the summer, you're like hot, you've got your fan as well. So, and it's really cute, super convenient, the power of it is awesome, so I absolutely love this. So number 5, still amazing. I kind of like am shocked that every single item that she recommended that I bought, I loved. Like, what are the odds? The fact that she has completely different skin from me. Her skin is really good, and my skin is not. So that was like a big concern. But like every single thing that she recommended, I have like switched out my other products and added these into my new routine. I've worn them every single time I've worn makeup ever since I've gotten them. I just really like those days where you've done your makeup and like you like catch a glimpse of yourself in the mirror and you're like, my makeup's looking so nice. It just makes you feel so happy. So I absolutely love these products. I will link everything down below for you guys, so you guys can go and check them out as well. I highly recommend these guys. I did get some free goodies, so I will show you what I got. There were some coupon codes from Sephora. If you guys haven't been using EBATES, I highly recommend you get EBATES, because it gives you like a list, especially at Sephora. It gives you like 12 different coupon codes to use. So I got like a free Tarte Foundcealer. This is the new foundation from Tarte, and it was in the color Tan Neutral 42N. I haven't even opened this or tried it yet. The color might actually work with my self tanner. So I got that with the coupon code. I don't know if it's still valid, but hey, if you get EBATES, it'll give you a list of all the different coupon codes to try. And then I also got a free sample of the Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r Instant Retouch Setting Powder in Butter. So I'm excited to try this one in place of the Hourglass one, just to see how it works. Obviously I can't use the lavender one all over my face because that just wouldn't be good. So those were like my code samples. I got the typical, like, you have so many points. Oh no, the free. No, I didn't use my points. I did the free little samples. This one I've already tried. If you like floral scents and you were looking for like a new scent for spring and summer, you guys need this. This is the by Rosie Jane, and the scent is called James, and it is absolutely going on my list of like full-size bottles to get. So the full-size bottle looks like this. So it's like a glass little bottle, and it's quite simple packaging. It's one of those packagings that I would probably never notice in the store, because I'm like, man, that's simple, and I like, you know, a little lavish. But the scent of this, you guys, holy moly. It's got fig, amber, and a gardenia. I love gardenia. It's warm, romantic, and can be worn by all. This one is amazing. I tried it out when I first got the package, and it lingered so well. Even though I only had it on this little thing, it's almost like a little oil. Like when I put it on, it was like kind of dewy on my skin. I can't see what I'm doing right now. There we go. Did I put it on? Did I do it? Oh God, you guys, it's amazing, honestly. The best scent, if you like gardenia, you are absolutely gonna love this. It's like a warm gardenia. It's like a warm floral, and it's so, God, it just lingers. It just, you feel like you're in Hawaii. Like, it's just amazing. So that's absolutely gonna be something that I will buy the full size of. Then we got the Cheap and Chic is it Moschino? So Real little sample. I haven't even smelled this one. That's what the full size bottle looks like of that. Butter orange, mandarin, raspberry and blackberry sorbet, pink peony, sunny jasmine, vibrant magnolia faucets, and then cedarwood and Broxton oak moss accord. So I'm just gonna, well, now all I can smell is the James. Oh, James. Okay, so that one's like not as fruity as I was expecting. It's like slightly fruity, but it's kind of more fresh. Then we have the Miu Miu Twist. This one does not say it doesn't say what the notes are. Now that Moschino is like really kind of like wafting in my nose, it's definitely a fresh scent. Like, it's good for summer. I'm just gonna spray like one of my dresses over here with this one. Ooh, that one's nice. It's kind of warm, sweet, kind of smells like berries. Okay, that one's great. Love that one. And then last but not least is the Jo Malone London. Okay, my nose is gonna be like, listen, lady, my phone is texting. Okay, I'm gonna spray this dress. Ugh, I don't like that one at all. It's one of those ones that kind of grows on you a minute. Like, at first you're like, holy crap, is this a men's cologne? It's cologne. It's for men. That's why I was like, well, I'm not wearing that. That smells like a man. But then I'm like, oh, that's kind of sexy. Okay, so this is a cologne. So clearly I got this for Jay. I don't know what I was doing. Okay, it's really nice as a cologne. That's why I was like, whoa, I'm not gonna wear that. That smells spicy like a man. But as a cologne, good. It's got lime, basil, and mandarin. It smells really good for a man, not for a woman. That's a little spicy and I think I have so much cologne in my mouth right now. By Rosie Jane. Where did I put the sample of it? James, amazing. Trust me, go sniff it. Get the sample of when you get your order. It's unbelievable. Like, the smell is like so creamy and gardenia and like warm and sexual, but just, oh, it's so good. It's so good. I can't even tell you. Like, I just want to like lay under a waterfall. I don't know. Just reminds me of that. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you found this helpful and enjoyed. I thought this was a really fun video. Like I said, it's something I've never done before. It's super different for me. If there is someone else that you love, that you know they do like favorites videos, or if you want me to like pick up any of their recommendations so that I can try them out, then definitely let me know. I think that would be really fun. It could be like a monthly thing. Like, each month I buy a specific person on YouTube's favorites, and then I test them out myself, and then I can let you guys know if I like them too. Because I feel like if 2 people like them, 2 whole people, they must be good. I have a very loyal following, and I have a lot of people that have like bought my recommendations, and I get so many messages saying, oh my gosh, I bought this that you recommended and I love it, it's my new favorite. And that always makes me feel really good, because I'm like, oh, thank goodness. Like, I don't ever want you guys to like spend your money and then hate something that I've recommended. Sometimes it's gonna happen just because, you know, skin types are different, colorings are different. You're not always gonna love everything I love. But if I can, like, for the most part, have it where you guys buy something that I've recommended and you love it, that makes me feel so good, because I don't want you to waste your money. I want you to buy stuff and spend your own hard-working money on something that you're gonna love just as much as I love. I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, leave a comment down below who whose favorites you want me to try next month. Obviously I can't do it every week, I would be broke, but you know, if there is someone that you really love, that you would like to see, you know, me trying their stuff that they recommend, let me know down below. I hope you guys enjoy this. I hope you guys stick around. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe. To the people who have been with me for all of these years, I love you guys. I notice I have had a lot of like new little comments popping up saying new to your channel, like, oh hey, just subscribed. Thank you guys so much for coming to my channel. I really appreciate it. I'm so glad that you guys decided to come over, and I hope that you guys are enjoying my content and you decide to stick around. I would really appreciate that. So if you haven't clicked that subscribe, click the subscribe. You can also follow me on Instagram. It's at Sam Sherman, and I think that's about it, you guys. Thank you guys. I love you. Don't forget, links will be down below for all of the things I mentioned here, and I'll put the prices down as well. Okay, bye.